Coming up on this episode of Outlook TV, it's Cirque du Soleil, Crystal.
Theater Under the Stars, Legally Blonde.
Special profile on singer Nick Rogers, You Raise Me Up. Hello, 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 and welcome to Outlook TV. Happy Pride, and I'm Emily Ann Fraser.
And I'm Darren Manette. We'd like to thank the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh and surrounding nations for the privilege and honor of filming on their traditional unceded lands.
Outlook TV is the queer magazine news show that brings you the stories that matter the most from coast to coast. Crystal Ball, what do you see?
Yeah, first up, we're talking to David. He is with the Cirque du Soleil people. It's all about on ice.
Cirque du Soleil has come to the Lower Mainland before with their amazing ice show called Crystal. And now they are concluding a several-year run of the show right here in Vancouver, just like Taylor Swift did.
I've been with the show, with Crystal, for 7 years. The special thing about this show is that it has a storyline, a concrete storyline, where you follow Crystal through a journey of self-discovery. So unlike any of the other Cirque shows, this is something that's kind of special, and it really tugs on people's heartstrings, and it kind of it's relatable for anyone at any age. So it's a really, really special show to come watch and be a part of. This show is special for us because for skaters, Crystal is the only show that has ever had ice. So it was kind of a dream come true for us to be a part of it. So we've gotten the chance to learn a bit of acrobatics, and the acrobats have actually learned to skate. We've kind of helped each other along the way, and it's been an interesting journey to kind of watch other disciplines train around you when you're only used to being around the ones that you're training with alongside. So it's been a cool experience. I think the emotions right now are pretty mixed for me. With Crystal closing, I've been with the show for 7 years. I've been performing for 15, so this is the longest production I've ever been with. But as sad as I am for it to end, I'm excited for new adventures and, something else to look forward to in life. But it's been an amazing journey. I think Cirque du Soleil and Taylor Swift are both choosing Vancouver to end their shows in. It's because we're both household names. People can sing along to our music. Like Crystal, we actually have music that's current, so it's kind of exciting. People sing along, people get excited, and they have something familiar to relate to.
So that's it for Crystal. It shines no more. But we know Cirque du Soleil will be back to dazzle us many more times in the future. For Outlook TV, I'm David C. Jones.
All right, this next story is very interesting. At least it was for me. Hope it is for you and her.
The bathrooms are pink glitter. I mean, it's like Trixie Mattel just exploded all over the place in here. Welcome to Stardust, Halifax's newest hangout. Let's go talk to Alex and Terry and get all the info.
So Stardust, again, was just this vision that we had for a safe queer space in Halifax that was sort of all-encompassing. That wasn't just a nightclub or just a bar, and it was really a gathering space for all people in the community to sort of get together, celebrate their queerness, celebrate togetherness. So it was really a mixture of ideas that sort of came together and became, what we now call Stardust.
We go a half ounce of that.
Exactly what Alex said. We wanted to create a space that Halifax maybe hasn't had before, a space where you could bring your friends for something to eat and have a drink and a chat, but you could also hit the dance floor and play some music bingo and see some queens and do some karaoke. So yeah, we just wanted it to be all the things to the community that we both love so much.
I think what makes Stardust unique is that we really try to consider what might appeal to everyone in the community, not just one group. Especially in Halifax, where it is such a mixed community of people. We have lots of non-binary and trans folk in our community, a lot of people that don't feel represented often in these spaces. So we really led with creating a space that includes everyone, and that's through the entertainment we offer, through the food and drinks. We offer lots of gluten-free and vegan items. We offer a lot of non-alcoholic items for those people who don't drink and want to make them feel welcome to the party. So we're really trying to consider all the needs of the community that aren't just necessarily centered around a nightclub environment.
To build a culture of kindness here and to have people who walk through the door feel like this is their place and that they see themselves when they walk through the door. We're 100% queer staffed. We have representation across the community. And so there's a spot for everybody here.
Oh, she pretty.
She is.
She pretty.
We do drag brunch every Saturday. Once every quarter, we'll be doing a family-friendly edition as well. So people can bring the young ones or young family members if they want to participate. But we run a variety of things that, again, try to include everyone. So trivia nights, bingos, karaoke. We have DJs every weekend. We really want to marry the whole bar space with entertainment venue.
Well, that was Stardust. In a word, superb. I'm Devastation for Old Book TV.
All right, we're going to take another prideful break. Elbows up, people.
Hi, my name is Abby Woodhouse, and I play Al Woods in Theater Under the Stars' production of Legally Blonde, and you're watching Outlook TV.
Welcome back, Canada. You're watching Outlook TV. And Andre hopped on a bus and took us all the way over to Montreal, where we are profiling a very special photographer and stylist by the name of Devin. Check it out.
Hello everyone, salut tout le monde. Vibrant colors, neon lights, and a deep connection to Montreal's queer community, photographer Devin is redefining portrait and event photography with his bold, surreal aesthetic. I'm here to explore the art and vision of this rising photographer.
Photography went from being a hobby to more of a professional pursuit for me once I moved to Montreal. I had started working with I made friends with some people in the scene, doing different party promoters and stuff like that. My one friend, Mika, actually, who does the party unicorn, they asked me to photograph their event, and that's when I started kind of doing more event photography. The neon shadows look and the kind of high vibrancy effect that I get in my photography initially started with, it was like a neon light that my mom had bought me. The way it photographed was extremely vibrantly, and that kind of inspired me. And I remember there was a time I was using even like the crack like neon lights where you like crack them and you shake it up like the glow stick. I just liked the way that looked. So the queer scene in Montreal has influenced my photography and my subject choices. Montreal is a very like hub for fashion as well, and what these people were bringing to these parties was what is inspiring my work to grow but even just like the way that they are, the way they present themselves, the way that they show up to these spaces. My event work has its own style, and that style is very separate from the style of portrait work that I do. Some of these like clubs have a lot of LED lights, so it does kind of work into my style because my aesthetic does have that kind of neon like club lighting as well. The very high vibe that I have in my portraits, I think, is not necessarily the same energy that I give for event photography. My portrait work is very like, I'm a control freak. I do it all by myself. I set the lighting up by myself. In an event space, I feel like it just becomes more collaborative, and you kind of just achieve different things on the fly. I really like the music industry, like photographing for DJs and musicians. I think that's something that like really inspires me, just because those people have so much creativity in themselves. So I do have this like crazy repertoire of photos. Like I want to do gallery work. I would love to collaborate with other Montreal photographers and maybe do like a shared gallery of whether it's event photographers or, you know, we all have like our event photos, our different styles. Like maybe it'd be cool to have a gallery like that, or even doing things where, you know, we swap photos and re-edit them and kind of, you know, talk more about the process behind photography as well. I want to work with the creative people that I am inspired by, like, you know, the Brooke Candies, the LSD, XOXO. So my plans for the next phase of my career and for growing kind of my business is just exactly that. Is I want to challenge myself to do more, to be less afraid of collaboration. I would love to start doing larger projects where maybe I collaborate with more people, and so that way like I can actually do more.
Thank you for being with us. This is Andre Tardif in Montreal for Outlook TV.
So let's check in with David. He's at Theatre Under the Stars talking with the nice people over there with Legally Blonde. Fun fact, I auditioned for this show, and guess what? I didn't get it.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Roll the clip. Fine.
Legally Blonde was a fantastic movie, and not every movie adaptation being turned into a musical works out as great as the musical version as Legally Blonde. It's so great that Theatre Under the Stars is doing it for their third time. We're going to talk to a couple of the cast members to find out what makes this musical so fantastic.
I'm what you want, Harvard, it's your lucky day. I came all this way.
Legally Blonde, it's based on the movie Legally Blonde, turned musical. At the heart of it, it's really about joy and kind of finding out who you are. Plot-wise, though, it's about someone who gets Elle Woods, she gets broken up with by her boyfriend, and she chases him to Harvard, where she's in law school. Definitely a place where she doesn't quite belong with all the pink, but she really finds her own space. Legally Blonde, I think why the queer community is so in tune with this musical. You know, at points it wavers, like all people when they're trying to figure out who they are. We waver in our journey, and Elle really gets to be true to herself and her identity. She stays true to herself, she gets to celebrate herself, and the people around her get to change their views and their perspectives, and they get to fall in love with Elle as well. And I think that's very much the queer experience, right?
I'm most looking forward to sharing this show with all of Vancouver. It is such a fun show, and there's lots of pink and there's lots of sparkles, and I get to share the stage with my friends and do lots of singing and dancing, so I'm excited to share it with the city.
How is this for a personal essay?
The number where Elle is trying to convince Harvard that they should let her into the school. And she's supposed to send in a personal essay, but instead she flies all of her friends to Harvard and performs live in front of them. And she has this whole cheer routine. It's super over the top. It's pink. It's sparkly. She has like a mascot of her dog. It's this whole wonderful number and super high energy cheer number. Yeah, that's what you want.
My favorite number to be in is Whipped Into Shape. You know, there's some whipping, there's some jumping, and it's kind of sexy too. So yeah.
Moments in the show is the department store scene. I love, like, it really brings out Elle's energy with, oh my gosh, we're gonna get Emmett ready. She's all excited about dressing him up and getting him like all in his fancy suit and everything, which he's not used to. So we're really bringing like Elle's world into Emmett's world.
Love never accepts a defeat. No challenge it can't meet. No place it cannot go.
One of the reasons why we're doing this musical for the third time at Theatre Under the Stars is because it's a hit. It's a banger, and we're bringing something different. We're bringing a lot of heart and a lot of joy, and it's a celebration. So come celebrate with us.
What you want, what you want, what you want, what you want.
Oh my God, you guys. I think this is going to be a spectacular hit for them one more time. Third time's the charm, as they say. So Legally Blonde, playing a Theater on the Stars. I'm David C. Jones for Outlook TV.
You know what? Let's just go to break. You are good enough. You are enough.
Welcome back to Outlook TV, where it's all happening. Good acting, bad acting. But first we're going to talk to Mike. He's in Puerto Vallarta again, and he's talking to Nick Rogers with his show, You Raise Me Up.
We'll begin with a spin, traveling in or out of migration. What we see will defy explanation.
My show is about life, love, and inspiration. Because there's so many shows here that about tribute shows, right? They're like Beyonce, Rihanna, whatever. They're all about that person. But what about the person who's doing the show? Right? So for me, I needed to learn why I needed to sing. I need people to feel good. I need people to know that they are real. I need people to know that they are important.
Josh Groban has been one of the soundtracks of my life. And so tonight is about singing these songs, not about him. I mean, he's a great guy, whatever, I'm sure, never met him.
One of the first things I say in the show is that the show is not about him. The show is about me and my life. The show is about music. The show is about love. And this show is the first show that I wanted to do when I moved here. I moved here more than 2.5 years ago. But I knew I couldn't do it right away.
You will always shine, and I can feel your heart in mine.
And for me, You Raise Me Up is about all the people that you would love in your life. Whether or not they're close to you, whether or not they're like 1,000 miles away, 2,000 miles away, 3,000 miles away. We've had experiences together. But they care. That's what my show is about. My show is about love. Effie is an amazing singer, and I love her. I love her energy, and she's gonna blow up real soon. We went in a recording studio together, we sang that together, and I love Phantom of the Opera. It was one of the first shows I ever saw, like a full professional production. And I was literally sitting in the front row, in the middle seat, and this chandelier came over my head and landed on the stage. That song's not about romantic love. All I ask of you is it's what you're asking your friends for. You're asking people in your life to actually love you and care about you. And that's what I say in the show.
And friends just can't be found.
Next season, I'm gonna tell my stories. So, I'm Nick Rogers, right? Mr. Rogers, I mean, come on. Fred. I mean, I'm not basic as him, but it's fine. But I think my show next season is gonna be Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I'm gonna tell my stories. It's gonna be super gay.
Our next story, Angus takes us over to the Queer Arts Festival.
Right, so it's running from June 21st to August 23rd. Don't miss it. Sounds fantastic.
We're at the 2025 Queer Arts Festival Signature Art Party event, and we're going to go behind the scenes and speak to some of the people to find out what's happening for 2025.
I'm the artistic director of the Queer Arts Festival, and I'm also the director of the Some Gallery. Queer Arts Festival is an annual interdisciplinary festival that celebrates queer art in all of its forms. And this happens every month of June, of course, which is International Pride Month. But then throughout the year, we also operate the Some Gallery, which is one of the country's only dedicated art spaces for queer art and artists. This year is a little bit different because we're at Center A. This is a gallery that's dedicated to contemporary Asian art. And so our exhibition that kicks off tonight at the art party, it's a 2-month exhibition that really puts the focus on queer Asian artists. And we're looking at diasporic artists, either from East Asia heritage or Southeast Asian or South Asian. Our festival actually officially ends on June 28th, but this exhibition, we thought it was such a great opportunity to be showcasing this work. It's going to go all the way into August 23rd. Earlier in the year, I was really struggling to land on a really good theme for the festival. And Diane and I we were gallery hopping one afternoon, and I was even saying to her, it's like, I'm having a really hard time. I'm just struggling trying to find a festival theme. And we kept on talking, and at one point, she was like, I got these new tattoos. You want to check them out? And she pulls up her sleeve, and they're tattoos of portals. And it was like one of those light bulb moments. I was like, oh my God, that's the festival theme. So, and it's sort of like a really playful origin story for a theme that's actually quite complex and meaningful for queer people. Portals are often used as metaphors for the queer experience. As queer people, we often live in and through portals. They're these liminal spaces where we can shift our identities, and we can create our own futures, we can choose our own families. And this particular exhibition, because it's at Center A, is additionally interesting because it takes these themes and it looks at it through a diasporic lens. There is a lot more anti-queer, anti-trans, and anti-immigrant rhetoric that's going on right now, and it seemed actually quite urgent to be able to put on an exhibition like this where we show solidarity, not just as a queer community, but also as a queer diaspora community. At Some Gallery, which is just 2 floors above us right here, is our community art exhibition, which is beautiful, a real showcase of 18 different artists from throughout Vancouver and Vancouver Island. And just next door to that, at On Main Gallery, we have Varied Editions, and that's our queer printmakers exhibition. Now, that's the 3rd year that's happening.
For this event, I'm just basically doing kind of like the background music, and I actually really like doing gigs like this because I get to set the mood. So it's just kind of like cocktail, but upbeat, but just keeping the music going and making sure there's music in the background. I'm actually on the board for the Pride and Arts Society. So usually when events come up, especially around the Queer Arts Festival, they call me because I'm on the board and I DJ, so it's a natural fit for me to DJ these events.
Virtually all of our events are pay what you wish or entirely free, and you can find out more information about it by visiting us at queerartsfestival.com.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at the 2025 Queer Arts Festival in Vancouver.
Well, the parade is over. That's all the time we have left for this episode of Outlook TV, but as always, we will be back.
And check us out on all of our socials. And even more so, we'd love it if you come and volunteer with us. That'd be great.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Emily Ann Fraser.
And I'm Darren Manette.
Stay loud and proud, Canada.